All right, welcome back, everybody. Here we go, week 5. The league's starting to separate, top and bottom. Who's going to make the playoffs? 10 weeks out, but it's all starting to take shape. Let's get in there. Let's see what's happening. So, obviously, I missed last week. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to. Got busy at work. Wasn't able to do it Friday at lunch, and then went out of town. So just kind of got pushed back, and then I didn't get to it. So sorry about that. So we'll start off with the standings so you guys can see where we're at. We got Jane Adam, the Evil Buddies, in first place. There is a 5-way tie there. 3-1, but they have the most points for, so they are looking pretty good. So we got followed by Jeremy, who's 3-1. And then we got Richard, followed by Dave and Ty. When you look at that group, like I said, there's a big points difference there. We got about 104 points difference, and the points for from the Buddies all the way down to Ty. Ty looks like he's had a pretty light schedule so far. His points against is down to 522, which is the lowest in the league by not a whole lot, but he's definitely the lowest by looks like about 30 points. So him and the Buddies have had a little bit easier points against, but the Buddies at least have put up the most points for. The next group we got there is the 2-2 group of Dallas, Tom, Wayne, and Rob. Again, top to bottom, we got about 100-point difference here. So another difference. In terms of matchups, Dallas's points for and against are pretty much the same, and then same with Wayne there actually. So little different stories again, all 4 teams. So we'll see how that kind of shakes out as we continue on the season. The next one there we have is Jen alone by herself at 1-3. Just one spot back of the playoffs, but again, she's down there quite a bit in points, down around where Rob was. So about 100 points back of kind of getting into the playoffs if they were tied. She's got a average points against. So get a couple wins in here, then she'll get moving right up the standings. Then next we have myself and Sunil down there at 0-4. If you look at our points for and against, you can see it's a totally different story. We do have the most points against. 682 to 681. That's about it's about 40 points more than the next one there. So by quite a bit. So, we've had some tough matchups, but if you look at our points for, I'm at 629 and Sunil's down at 498. So I'm up there in the points for. Unfortunately, the matchups for me haven't got my way. Look at me and Richard. Our points for are nearly identical, but he's 3-1 and I'm 0-4. So it's the way it goes. It's fantasy football. It hurts. It's tough. It makes me mad every week. I just want to win. And then, of course, the one week that my opponent puts up a low points, so did I, right? So it's a tough one. It's the way it goes. So we'll see what this week's matchups go. So actually, before I do that, I just wanted to go through the budget. You can see there we got a couple people still holding on all their money at $100. Wayne's there at 97. So you guys got lots of time left, but you also got lots of money. So go for those players you really want. And then we got some low guys down there, like Ty and Dallas are on the $40 mark. So, and then Dave's right there on the $40 mark as well. So those guys are out there spending money. We'll see how it plays out as we go. All right, first matchup. We got myself versus the Buddies. They were originally favored by 16 points and now about 21 points. They had 3 players going yesterday, Godwin, Otten, and the kicker, Koo. So he's got a good team. He's first place, most points for. Got guys like Debo, HM, Kyron, Shaheed, Mason. Look, he's favored. He's got Taylor in there, who's still got a 0, so throws in another, maybe moves Mason into that spot. He could throw in Keenan Allen, maybe Tutu Atwell. Right? So looks like I might be in trouble. But if I can at least have a decent week where I can put up 170 points again, like I've been doing for a few weeks, Lamar has been good. Chase Thomas has been fantastic for me. It'll pretty much I think, come down to my running backs, which are a little weak, but that's kind of what I went for this season. I tried to go heavy on receivers since they seem to tend to get a lot more points on a points per game basis. So, hey, as a strategy, went for it. The guys were there. Maybe in round 5, I could have grabbed a running back instead, but we'll see how it goes. I got some good basic here. I could throw in Gibson, who's starting this week for the Patriots. So yeah, but I think the Buddies are going to win. I just don't think my team is strong enough overall to keep up with them. So unless I get lucky, I think it'll be them. Okay. Next matchup we have here is the 3-1 teams of Jeremy versus Ty. Originally, Jeremy was favored by almost 20 points and now favored by about 9. Ty had the kicker for Tampa Bay going, scored good 9 more points than projected, so that's what moved him up there. Overall, I really like Ty's team. Guys like Harrison Jr., we got Cook, B-Rob. I think Najee will have a pretty decent game if Jalen Warren's not playing by the sounds of it. Garrett Wilson's been a little bit of a disappointment, but maybe him and Rodgers will get on page there. And then for Jeremy, he's got guys like Jaden Daniels who's playing really well, Jefferson, Breece Hall. Aaron Jones has been a good rebound year this year. I was hoping to snag him. Brock Bowers has been fantastic as a rookie tight end. So, even though Yahoo has Jeremy favored to win by about 9 there, I think Ty's going to pull this one out. I think he's got a good team overall. I think a couple guys are going to have a good week. I think Wilson will have a bounce back week this week in a loss. I think Harrison Jr. will put up some decent points. I think Fields might have to run a little bit more in this game, so maybe that gets him a few extra points there. But yeah, I think Ty is going to sneak that one out. Next, we have a matchup of 2-2 teams. Dallas was originally favored to win by about 23 points and is now down to about a 6-point lead. Rob benefited from having Darnell Mooney catch 9 balls for 2 touchdowns and 105 yards for 31 points. But then Dallas also had Mike Evans, who had 5 receptions for 2 touchdowns and 62 yards for 23. Bijan, a little bit of a disappointment. Bucky Irving got about projected there. So, we'll see. I mean, Xavier Worthy is going to be good. He might be the best receiver in Kansas City, so maybe he'll get a few more than projected there. Rob's got Sermon, might have a decent week. I mean, he's not a great running back, but he's got good opportunity. We got ETN, might have an okay week. He's got Juju in there. I don't know about that, but hey, maybe this is the week. But yeah, I think this one is going to go to Dallas. I don't think it'll be as close as projected. They might have similar points. Maybe Dallas wins by 10, maybe hits that 160 mark or so. So, yeah, I think Dallas will win that one. And next we have a battle of Richard and Wayne. Originally, Richard was favored to win by, about 16 points, and now Wayne is favored to win by about 4. Wayne had Drake London yesterday in his 12 receptions for 154 yards and a touchdown. That's a fantastic night for a receiver. I don't think I ever had a night from him like that last year, so I guess that's that Kirk Cousins in there. I do worry a little about Wayne's team in this matchup. I don't know if he could still pull this off. I mean, Zeke, Miles Sanders has been struggling. I know they've been pumping up Kraft from from Green Bay this week. But yeah, I think Stroud's gonna put up a little bit more than 20 points. Andrews has been struggling, so I can see why he's low in projection. I think Richard. I do think Richard will win and go to 4-1, and I think Wayne will drop to 2-3. I think it'll be close-ish. Yeah, close-ish, but I think Richard will win by that 10 to 15 point kind of idea. All right, who we got here? We got Tom versus Sunil. Tom looking to move up to that 3-2, kind of push himself up the board. Sunil's trying to get the first win of the season. Originally, Tom was projected to win by about 37 points. Let's see, Rashad White got about projected. Cal Pitts got, what's that, about 8 more points than projected, so that was good for him. McLeod got 12. Oh, nice. 6 receptions, 66 yards. Both had decent days. Yeah, I'm going to give this one to Tom. I mean, I know Sunil's still got to put a replacement in there for Zamir White, but guys like Legette's been having good weeks, and Pierce has been all right. But I don't really see anybody there for Sunil to put in on his bench. Maybe you find somebody on the waiver wire you can toss in there. I guess it'll have to be running back because he doesn't have one, I guess, other than Benson. So yeah, I'm gonna give this one to Tom, and I don't think it'll be close. Sorry, Sunil, but I need you to be 0-4. All right, and lastly we have Jen versus Dave. Dave is 3-1 and in 4th. Jen is 1-3 and in 10th. Neither player had anybody playing yesterdays, and Dave is projected to win by about 34 points. So he's favored by a lot. He's Gino. Tyreek's doing okay without Tua so far. Tucker should be all right. Kamara's been doing well. Chuba's played well. Kelsey's been a disappointment. Swiss, I don't know. I think he's been a little bit of a disappointment. I don't know what Dave's expectations were of him. I know he's got good ones there for Hunt. And for Jen, yeah, we got Burrow, Diggs. I like. I don't know about Naylor this week. I think having Addison back has kind of diminished Naylor's value a little bit. Down should do all right. Mostert back. He's been banged up, so should be okay. Jennings, Ayuk. Ayuk's been a disappointment. I have him in another league, and I was hoping for a lot more out of him as well. So I'm going to give this one to Dave. I think Dave's going to take this one, move him up to 4-1. So quick rundown. I have the buddies beating myself, moving to 4-1. I have Ty beating Jeremy to move to 4-1. I have Dallas to beat Rob to move to 3-2. Richard to beat Wayne to move to 3-1. I have Tom to beat Sunil to go to 3-2, and then I have Dave to beat Jen to go to 4-1. So I guess there'll still be 4-4-1 teams based on my estimates, and then 2 0-4, or I guess 0-5 teams. So we'll see. So good luck to everybody out there, and see how it goes. Until next week. Talk to you later. Bye.